boys and girls, today I'm going to talk to you about a lesson that we're going to do in math next week. We're going to be covering even and odd numbers. And like you know in math, when we're doing math problems and solving different types of problems, we can draw pictures, we can use blocks, we can use cubes. Today we are actually going to use our counting bears to help us solve for even and odd numbers. So what I want you to do now is pretend you and I are playing a game. So I put out two people, one for you and one for me. Now to play the game, we have to have a buddy. So if I look at these two friends, do they each have a buddy? Of course they do. So here's you and here's me. We have a partner. So we would say that the number 2 is an even number. There are none left over. Everyone is matched up or paired up. So I made a chart here to help us with even and odd numbers. So I'm going to put the number 2 on the even side. Now let's say another friend joins that game, so I add a third person. So let's match them up like this. So we have our 2 matched up, but does this one have a buddy? Unfortunately not. So the number 3 would be considered an odd number because there is one left over. So the number 3 is going to go on the odd side. So let's keep adding on to see which numbers are even and odd. So right now we have 3, and if I add one more student and I pair them up, what do you think about the number 4? Is it even or odd? If you said even, you're right. So we're going to put number 4 on the even side. Everyone is matched up and everyone has a buddy. I want you to see if you see a pattern yet. So 2 was even, 3 was odd, 4 was even. What do you think about the number 5? Well, let's add one more, so we have 5 in all. I see one left over, so the number 5 would go on the odd side. Let's add one more. I see 6. Everyone is paired up, everyone has a buddy, so the number 6 would be even. I bet you are going to know what's going to happen for the number 7. If we add a 7th person, do they have a partner? They don't, so now the number 7 is going to go on the odd side. But if we add one more, let's scooch our paired up friends down. Here's 7, but if we add one more to make 8, that friend's going to have a buddy. Everyone's matched up, but there are none left over. So the number 8 would go on the even side. Do you see a pattern yet? The numbers 2, 4, 6, 8 are all even numbers because they all matched up. There were none left over. And odd numbers were 3, 5, and 7. And let's see, right now we have 8. Let's see what's going to happen for the number 9. I have 8. Here's one more. You can see that 9, there's one left over. This person does not have a partner, so we're going to put 9 on the odd side. Let's give them a partner, so let's add one more. We're going to add one more to make 10. They're partnered up. So the number 10 would be on the even side. So let's stop right there. Let's move our friends to the side and look at our chart. Even numbers end with 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. You have to look at the one spot, what it ends with. Odd numbers end with 3, 5, 7, and 9. And also I want to show you, if we just had one friend, the number 1 has to be an odd number. So we're going to add 1 to the odd side. You can see it if there's just one, they don't have a partner, so the number 1 would be odd. Let's see, let me give you the number 13. Before I set out 13 friends, I want you to think, is it going to be an even number or an odd number? Well, here's the number 13. It ends with a 3, so see what side. Do you think it's going to be an even or odd number? Well, I can pull out 13 friends and buddy them up, so let's do that. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and remember we want that number 13, 13. So you can see that the number 13 is actually an odd number because there is one left over without a buddy. So if you said odd at the beginning of my question, you are absolutely correct. 13 would be an odd number because it ends with 3, just what we pointed out up here. Now, say you're at home and you don't have something to use. You could always use pieces of cereal, you could use pennies to count out, but you could also draw a picture. And remember, when we draw a picture, we do something quick and fast, so it doesn't take us that long. So let's pretend that there are 16 students at school and everybody needs a buddy to walk across the street. So if I don't have blocks or cubes at home, I can draw a picture. So I'm going to need 16 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And just like we're comparing, I'm going to buddy these circles up. We need to give everyone a buddy to walk across the street. So let's see. These two could walk. These two. These two. These two. And so on. And then these two could walk together. So you can see that the number 16, what do you think, even or odd? If everyone's matched up and everyone has a buddy, there are none left over, 16 is going to be an even number, you're right. So that's just a little introduction to even and odd numbers. See if you can practice at home drawing pictures or using objects at home to do even and odd numbers. And we will see you next week in class. Bye guys!